Hey, thanks for checking out Fast 80 Shop. Here you have every right to be wrong, and I'm going to break it down for you. Asmingold is absolutely 1,000% right. Just watched the video he did about the multiple riots that are going on over in Europe against the illegal aliens that are coming into the country. And he said what's eventually going to happen is there's going to be a repeat of Germany. And what happened in Germany. And and everyone's like, no way, I 1,000% agree with him. Folks, we are not civilized. We like to think that we are. I've said this before. I've seen the memes where they show a white baby and a black baby and, together and smiling, and the meme will say something like, racism has to be taught. No, it does not. In fact, don't we have to teach kids to share? Don't we have to teach kids not to lie? I once heard a minister say that from birth, we're absolutely born wicked, sinful, and evil from birth. And as an example, he said, if you have a baby in your arm and he takes a liking for your watch, and you don't give him that watch, he or she will start kicking and screaming, and they see something they want it right now. He said if you actually threw on 150 pounds or 200 pounds to that baby, gave it strength, the ability to swing and move effectively, that baby would rip your head off to get to that watch. And that's absolutely true. Anyone who's seen a kid throw a temper tantrum, folks, we're not born, like the Joel Osteens of the world that, hey, you're basically good people. God wants to love you, and because he does love you because, deep down you're so good. No, you're not. You're decidedly, and so am I, decidedly evil and wicked. We have to teach our children. If you're a good parent, even gangsters, good gangster parents will teach their kids, hey, don't lie, share your things. You have to teach kids to do good things. So I actually agree with him, because here's with what he thinks is going to happen. 1,000% agree. Over in the UK, maybe even America, well, I think Trump put an end to that, or at least as a stopgap against it. But over in Europe, they are absolutely, the media there is the same as the media here. They'll lie to you. They'll tell you nothing to see here, move along. Absolute lies. They treat us like we're stupid. And then really bad in the UK, like our government was, they are treating the illegals that are coming over better than they are the citizens. And the citizens that they're crapping on are having to pay for everything. That can't continue forever. And eventually, people will get to the point where they will find leaders to replace the leaders that are hog-tying them right now, and they will take action. And we will see a repeat of Germany at some point. Why? Because look at all of human history. It's the same game being played over and over and over. If you read the Bible from a historical perspective, look at it's the same story over and over. God saves saves the Jewish community. He sets them up. Generation later, that generation forgot what he did for them, and they start to revolt and sin against God. Then he has to punish them. And then after a while, they're, mercy, mercy, forgive us, we're sorry. and he lets them out of the cell and lets them roam free, and a generation later they forget all over again. It's the same story. Mankind has been abusing each other over and over and over for thousands of years. Today we act like we're so civilized, and we eat with a fork and we have nice things. That can't happen anymore. Well, first of all, most of the world still doesn't eat with a fork, and most of the world still doesn't have nice things. Here in America, if you're the poorest of the poor, you're in the top 5% of the wealthy of the world. Something to think about whenever you hear our government, not the modern, not Trump's government, but what the government tries to tell us for years and years and years, how horrible we are and how horrible we treat people. No, America's pretty phenomenal. Still wicked. Still evil at heart. Can happen here. So deep, deep down, all of us have that evil and wicked heart within us. And we as a society, and why America, and truthfully even Europe, the West, is because it has done so well, is because we became nations of laws. And we instituted those laws, and we backed up those laws. If you do this, this happens. If you do that, that happens. But they're not doing that anymore. Well, in Europe, they're making it to where you can't speak. And if you can't speak, you can't think. And if you keep people from speaking for too long, up pops another Germany scenario. Here comes another leader that's charismatic, that convinces people that the object of their hate are insects and deserve to be wiped out. I agree with Asmingold. It's gonna happen. Clip it. Clip his clip. Clip my clip. Play this in 20 years. I don't know when. Maybe 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. The only way it doesn't happen in our lifetime is if the world changes course in these areas where in the UK. If they change course, it'll stave it off. It'll still happen 100 years from now, 200 years from now. How do we know this? Because it keeps happening over and over and over in the history of the world. People are quite evil, and they love war, and they go to war, and they want to cross boundaries and take over other people's lands. It's the way it's always been. It's the way it will always be. That's who people are. But I agree with him 1,000%. Let me know what you think. Fast Eddie's Chop Shop, over and out.